Your brain, when in love, resembles the neural activity seen in a drug addict's brain. Love triggers the release of dopamine, the neurotransmitter responsible for pleasure and reward, similar to the effects of cocaine. Inside you, this flood of dopamine creates feelings of euphoria. But why does this happen? Evolutionarily, love serves a crucial role in human bonding and reproduction. By making the experience intensely pleasurable, your brain ensures that you seek out and maintain connections. This release is not random. It's a precise, orchestrated response occurring primarily in the ventral tegmental area of your brain, the starting point of the reward pathway. When you fall for someone, levels of norepinephrine surge in your brain, intensifying your focus and attention on your beloved. This neurochemical also increases heart rate and triggers the sensation of butterflies in your stomach. Your brain is actively engaging multiple systems to make you hyperaware. But what initiates this cascade? The sight, smell, or even the thought of your loved one can trigger this response. Interestingly, the brain's anterior cingulate cortex involved in emotion regulation becomes less active, perhaps explaining why love can make you oblivious to flaws. This selective focus helps solidify the connection by idealizing the partner. Oxytocin, often dubbed the love hormone, plays a pivotal role in pair bonding. Released during intimate moments or even just a warm hug, it fosters trust and attachment. The presence of oxytocin alters activity in the amygdala, the brain's fear center, making you feel more secure. But oxytocin isn't acting alone. It's part of a complex network involving dopamine and serotonin, which modulates mood and happiness. This chemical cocktail ensures you feel at ease, promoting long-term attachment. Known scientifically for its role in childbirth, oxytocin's impact on romantic bonding is a masterclass in evolutionary design. Falling in love can suppress serotonin levels, which is surprisingly similar to the neural state found in obsessive-compulsive disorder. This could explain why you might fixate on your partner, thinking about them incessantly. The reduced serotonin prompts your brain to prioritize your partner over routine activities. This focus is essential for forming strong emotional ties, yet it can also explain the anxiety and obsessiveness that often accompany early stages of love. Over time, as attachment deepens, serotonin levels balance, allowing for a more stable relationship. This transition is crucial for evolving lust into lasting partnership. Cortisol, the stress hormone, spikes in the early stages of love, causing your body to be in a heightened state of alertness. This might lead to sleepless nights and racing thoughts. It's your body's way of preparing for the intense emotional investment that love demands. Yet, despite this stress response, your brain perceives it as positive because it anticipates the rewarding outcomes of bonding. The cortisol eventually decreases as the relationship stabilizes, allowing for a more relaxed state. This initial stress acts as a catalyst, making you more driven to win your partner's affection. At the cellular level, love begins in the synapses, the tiny gaps between neurons where signals are exchanged. When you're in love, a surge of dopamine rapidly crosses these synapses, binding to dopamine receptors in the brain's reward centers. This binding triggers a cascade of intracellular events, activating cyclic AMP, a messenger molecule. This amplifies the signal, making the feeling of pleasure more intense. Your neurons are essentially talking, exchanging messages that reinforce the feeling of euphoria. This neural conversation is what makes love feel so consuming. The efficiency of this synaptic activity determines the strength of the emotional response. Deep inside your brain, the hypothalamus plays a pivotal role in the biochemical symphony of love. It regulates hormones like oxytocin and vasopressin, which influence emotional bonding and attachment. Oxytocin is released in pulses, especially during moments of intimacy, binding to specific receptors in the hypothalamus. This creates a feedback loop, enhancing the release of more oxytocin and deepening attachment. Vasopressin, on the other hand, is crucial for social behaviors. Its release can affect social recognition and pair bonding, especially in long-term relationships. The hypothalamus, therefore, acts as a hormonal conductor, orchestrating the complex dance of emotions. The brain's prefrontal cortex, responsible for decision-making, becomes less active when you're in love. This reduction in activity is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it allows you to take emotional risks, enabling you to forge a deep connection. On the other hand, it can impair judgment, making you overlook potential red flags. This is a calculated trade-off by your brain, prioritizing emotional bonding over critical evaluation. Neurotransmitters like serotonin play a role in this process, modulating mood and impulsivity. Once the initial emotional surge stabilizes, the prefrontal cortex regains its function, allowing for more balanced decision-making. In the limbic system, the amygdala's activity is closely monitored during the love-induced transformation. This small, almond-shaped structure processes emotions, particularly fear and pleasure. During love, the amygdala's response to negative stimuli diminishes, making you feel more secure and less anxious. This modulation is crucial for emotional bonding, as it reduces the impact of stress on relationships. The amygdala communicates with the hippocampus, another limbic structure, to form emotional memories. This connection helps create lasting associations between your partner and positive emotions, reinforcing the bond. The limbic system's harmony is key to sustaining long-term love. Neurogenesis, the creation of new neurons, can be influenced by feelings of love. In the hippocampus, a region crucial for memory formation, love can stimulate the growth of new cells. This process enhances your ability to form and retain memories associated with your partner. The brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a protein that supports neuron growth, plays a role here, increasing with emotional and physical love. This cellular renewal is not just poetic, it's a concrete mechanism that strengthens emotional ties. Your brain, in essence, remodels itself to accommodate and nurture the connection. Neurogenesis thus acts as love's architect, building your emotional landscape. Love can push your brain to its biochemical edges, creating a state that closely resembles mania. In this heightened state, your brain's dopamine receptors are overstimulated, leading to erratic behavior and impulsive decisions. This intense phase is often unsustainable, as your brain can't maintain such high levels of activity indefinitely. When this honeymoon phase dwindles, some people experience withdrawal-like symptoms as if coming down from a drug high. This transition is critical as it often determines whether the relationship will endure. Your brain must recalibrate, moving from infatuation to attachment, relying on other neurochemicals like oxytocin for stability. In rare cases, the love-induced neurochemical storm can overwhelm the brain, leading to conditions like limerence. This is an obsessive, intrusive state characterized by an overwhelming need for reciprocation. The prefrontal cortex struggles to regain control as dopamine pathways are hyperactive. Unlike typical love, limerence can be debilitating, affecting daily functioning and emotional health. Researchers suggest that the imbalance of neurotransmitters like serotonin exacerbates these symptoms. While not a universal experience, limerence reveals the fine line between love and obsession, highlighting the brain's delicate chemical balance. Understanding this condition offers insights into love's darker side. During extreme stress or heartbreak, your brain activates the hypothalamic-pituitary-adrenal axis. This triggers the release of cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone. Elevated cortisol can disrupt sleep, appetite, and even immune function. Heartbreak can physically hurt, as the brain processes emotional pain in the same regions that handle physical pain. The anterior cingulate cortex, a part of the brain involved in emotional regulation, becomes hyperactive, intensifying feelings of loss. However, this stress response is a survival mechanism, pushing you to seek new connections and restore balance. It's a testament to the brain's resilience and adaptability, even in the face of emotional turmoil. Some individuals experience a condition called broken heart syndrome, where intense stress from love-related events leads to heart muscle weakness. It's a temporary condition, officially known as Takotsubo cardiomyopathy. The surge of stress hormones affects the heart's ability to pump blood, mimicking a heart attack. This phenomenon highlights the profound connection between emotional and physical health. Although recovery is possible within weeks, the condition underscores the power of emotional states on physical well-being. It's a vivid reminder that love, while an emotional experience, has tangible physical effects. The heart and brain are intricately linked in this dance of emotions. One surprising fact lies in the brain's adaptability. Your neural circuits change with long-term love. A 2012 study in social cognitive and affective neuroscience found that long-term partners activate brain regions associated with maternal attachment, rather than the initial lust-driven systems. This shift involves increased activity in regions like the ventromedial prefrontal cortex, linked to empathy and understanding. Over time, love evolves from passion to a deeper, more stable bond. Your brain's ability to adapt ensures lasting connections by prioritizing emotional intimacy over fleeting desire. This evolutionary marvel reveals that love, at its core, is an enduring neural transformation.